Hi, Jess here from SkisDOTcom with Pep Fujas. Pep, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up in Southern Oregon. I currently live out in Utah. I'm made of flesh and bone.
That's good.
And mostly water. I've been skiing for pretty much my whole life and been a professional for about 10 years.
You even have a ski named after you, don't you?
I do.
Which ones?
It's a K2 Kung Fujas.
Nice. So what is your favorite segment you've filmed so far in your 10 years of being a professional skier?
Let's see, when I filmed for Idea, that was probably the most fun year I've had.
Yeah.
But the one I get the most notoriety for is probably my 1242 segment back in 2004.
Wow, tell us a little bit about
9
it.
years ago. Shoot, it's kind of like it was a little bit progressive for the time. It had, showed the kind of a well-rounded characteristics of a skier, and I landed backwards off some big cliffs, so people were pretty struck by that.
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Yep.
So then what do you still have left to do in your career? What's next for you?
Shoot, the grave.
That's it? That's all? You've done everything, huh?
No, I mean, there's still a whole lot of places that I want to explore in the world. I'd like to further my Alaska skills. I mean, that's kind of the pinnacle of, say, like my, the direction that I want to go. I love like AK and BC, and it's just like such a challenge all the time, and there's so many ways to get creative and be playful and have fun in the mountains. So yeah, my focus is to kind of keep on traveling and exploring and kind of pushing my own thresholds.
Yeah, new things everywhere, huh?
Yes, sure. Yeah.
So where do you see skiing progressing in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you think it's headed towards?
Well, I mean, it's kind of been going like this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different kind of roads and avenues, and people are, progressing so many different sides of our sport right now. So I mean, I don't think it's going in any one direction. It's just kind of doing its thing. I mean, people are going to continue progressing like style and tricks, and I'm sure like, doubles and triples, and I'm sure quads will start becoming a normal thing.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of what happened in the aerials scene, and I mean, we're kind of on that path as well. Like park skiing is so heavily criticized and judged. Like you move a muscle or you let go of your grab like a second too early, and you're getting like deductions. So.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's progress everywhere,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah, in a lot of different ways, definitely. So what skiers do you think we should be on the lookout for as the next up-and-comers?
That's a good question. I mean, Kai is definitely a big up-and-comer. I don't really know. I'm kind of been out of the loop, I guess, for a little while. Yeah.
All right. Well, then let me ask you, who was your biggest influencers when you were growing up to make you a professional skier, or as you went along in your career?
Well, I always looked up to CR and Candide and Tanner, and I ended up living with Tanner for a number of years. And
Really?
I mean, there's a whole slew of guys. I was kind of all over the place with my influences, and I think just watching movies, like anybody that I saw that had something kind of unique or they were charging hard, that was an influence. I didn't really have like super main focused people that was like,
just whoever was pushing,
like them.
Yeah, whoever was pushing boundaries. So how involved are you in the design aspect of your gear, like your skis? What kind of say do you have in that?
I have pretty much as much creativity and say as I want. A lot of times, I mean, I come up with an idea or something, or a suggestion for how a ski should be shaped, and maybe it has to get tweaked a little bit because the idea wasn't exactly tangible or whatever. So yeah, I guess in the beginning stages, I had a lot more input on exactly how the design would play out, and throughout the years, they've kind of taken shape kind of on their own and kind of evolved on their own. But I don't know, we're creating a couple new skis for next year. 136 waisted powder ski for K2.
Very cool.
That one's rad.
Yeah.
Super rad. Huge, obviously,
That's a pontoon.
it's a powder specific like playful pow ski. So
yeah.
We're really excited about that one, and there's a couple others we're excited about too, but that's the one I've been kind of most focused on.
I can tell. So how'd you get the nickname Pep?
I grew up with it. My great-grandfather was named Pepperell, and he was, they cut that down to Pep, and I guess he was a pretty awesome dude, so my parents said, I guess we'll name him after Pep. So yeah, I was been called that from day one.
So you got to continue that awesome legacy?
I'm trying my hardest.
So if you could ski with one person, alive or dead, skier or non-skier, who would it be?
Shoot. I mean, I love skiing with Chris and Eric, and I mean the boys that I ski with all the time. So it's hard to pick just one. I don't know. We'll just say the Nimbus crew. That's one entity.
All of them.
Compose them all, yeah.
All right, we'll let that slide.
All right.
So last question, do you have any other secret talents other than skiing? Can you interpretive dance or something?
I can belly dance.
Really?
I'm not going to show you.
Oh.
No, that's for
another
very
time.
special people.
Well, we'll leave you with that. Thanks for talking with us. Again, I'm Jess from SkisDOTcom here with Pep Fujas.